Hey everybody, this is Delilah Fitness, and I'm going to keep it a little low because there's other people around me. But I just wanted to share this environment. Look at this beautiful. Look at this. Okay, so what I wanted to share with you, I had gotten some questions about accepting. How do I accept getting older? How do I accept it? And just, a lot of people have asked me, oh, you don't dye your hair. And I've gotten, like I said, I've gotten a question on how do you accept getting older when you're getting older. As a lot of you know, I'm 53 years old. And when I was in my 20s, I was totally different. I was in a different mindset. My body was more, I was in college, my body was more towards hanging out. I was more towards, being being in an environment that wasn't really healthy, but I was immature. Let's put it that way. When I was in my 20s, I was immature. When in my 30s, I woke up a little bit, but I was still immature. 40s, I was still trying to please people. It's not until I got into my 50s that I just stopped caring about what people thought about me. So it came full circle. And I'm still growing. I'm still evolving. As far as accepting getting older, it's a process. It's a process. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially as a woman when your body starts to go through menopause and your body starts changing the cycle. You start getting your heat flashes and things starts happening to the body because you're going through another stage of life. And I remember when I first became a teenager and I got my cycle, I was nervous about that. I didn't know what that was about. I had to go speak to my mother. My mother explained it to me that at this stage of your life, you're releasing an egg. Your body's releasing an egg. So you are at the age where you can get pregnant. So it was always like, stay away from this one, stay away from that one, stay away from this one. I don't want you pregnant. Make sure you finish school before you get pregnant. And now I'm 53 and I don't have children. Now it's like, when are you going to have children? When are you going to find that Mr. Right? So it goes from one stage to the next. So at this stage, I'm not releasing any more eggs. That's finished. So I'm going through perimenopause. And my hair is changing. As you see, it's grayer. And I'm going to be honest, it's receding in some areas, like the sides here used to be all the way down to here. Now it's going up, it's receding. I'm okay with that. I have no plans on dyeing my hair, nor do I have any plans of putting any extensions in. If the hair falls out, I'll just go bald and be fine with that and rock it. So how I learned how to accept aging and getting older and being comfortable in my skin and not really looking for validation is because I learned how to accept to be in a place and space where I'm okay with transition, with change, but I could adapting to change. A lot of times with us being older and going into that stage of getting older, we holding on to our youth. We holding on to what we used to be and how we used to look, and you ain't that person anymore. So at this stage of the game, now that you're getting older, your body has changed, and it's all about you accepting that change. Now, if you don't accept that change and you keep holding on to an old story, it's going to hurt you. It's going to bite you in the backside. You're not 20 anymore. You're not 30. I know I'm not 40, and I'm in my 50s, and I'm okay with that. I have learned to adapt to change. When you adapt to change, you realize that, okay, this situation is bigger than me. And also, I'm a spirit. I'm a spirit having a human experience. So at this stage, I'm okay because my physical is not who I am. It's my avatar. It's my body, but there's a spirit in this body. So even when the body transcends and goes through the process of getting older, the spirit will leave the body, and it will go. I will carry on. I will still be here, but not in this body. The body would have moved on, and the spirit will move on. So I don't have any problem with getting older, even to the point I'm not even afraid of death, because the way I see death is that you never die. The spirit is everlasting. And for some of us who are trying to hold on to the physical body, that's when you have a problem getting older. And you keep seeing yourself as this dying of the hair. Now, a lot of us say that we're happy with our parents, but are we really happy? With our parents, you're dyeing your hair, you're trying to compete with younger girls. You can't compete with a younger girl. When a girl is in her 20s, she's in her prime. She's at that state where she's going to start having children. She's going into that circle of life where she's going to reproduce. Even men, when men are in their 20s, they're totally different from when they're in their 50s. And you guys know, and I'm going to have to talk about that midlife crisis with men, you know, with the younger girls. That's another show. But for right now, I'm talking to the women. As far as getting older, if you don't embrace it, you're going to have a hard time transitioning. It's not as bad as you think it is. In fact, when you embrace it and you adapt to change, you grow. And then you make it okay for other people who are going in that direction. I know when I was younger, and I used to see older women putting on a lot of makeup, doing all kind of crazy stuff, spending all kind of money to hold on to a period in time in their life that has come and gone. And it ain't coming back in this body. So if you don't embrace you, then nobody's going to embrace you. You have to love you first. The most important thing is being okay with you first. If you're okay with you first, you will show other people how to treat you. If you don't treat you right, then other people are not going to treat you. They're going to treat you according to how you treat yourself. So with that being said, embrace it. It's the circle of life. Our ancestors came here and they dropped us off. We're here. I stand on the shoulder of giants, of many of my ancestors that came before me. And I am the product of my ancestors. And my nephews and my nieces will carry on the DNA seed and they will move forward in life. But what we really need to focus on is how we're treating the planet. And a lot of us that don't respect our bodies do not respect the planet. And we spend a lot of time not taking care of planet Earth. We throw things on the floor. We mess up the ozone layer. So it's expected if somebody doesn't respect their body that they're not going to respect the planet. And also if you have grandchildren and children, be very mindful of how you treat the Earth, because the Earth is going to be left up to our children. All right? So let's just love each other a lot more. And first of all, before you love anybody else, love yourself first. You can't save somebody if you ain't saving yourself. All right, so I hope this helps somebody out that's transitioning into aging and getting older. I'm 53. It ain't that bad. It's not that bad. It's actually it's smooth. It's not as, I'm going through the menopause, the change and everything. The cycle has ended. And I do get my heat flashes, but because of my eating consumption as far as eating fruit, vegetables, seeds, and nuts, I'm eating raw vegetables, no meat, because the meat has hormones in it, a lot of chemicals in the meat. And they're not telling you because those chickens are starting to look like turkeys. They're putting all kind of hormones in the food so it can get bigger, and it's affecting you. You are what you eat. So be very mindful of what you put into your body. And also be very mindful of your thoughts, because that'll make you old too when you're around negativity. Try to change your circle of people. If you're around negativity, remove it, because that will suck the life force out of you. All right, guys, I know I babbled on. I hope this message was helpful for somebody. And you guys love yourself. Mwah. Have a great day.